My name is Knut and I'm a German national living in Australia for 8 years by now, and my profession is that of a chemical researcher, so I'm a scientist. So I had my brain injury January 2022. I was on the way home from work at the time with my private e-scooter and was going from the train station to home. I must have missed a crack in the ground because, due to nobody's fault other than my own, I woke up a month later in hospital. With a brain injury, I think it is similar to any traumatic event happening to you, be that the loss of a loved pet, the loss of a loved one, or a breakup, or losing a friend due to growing apart, or all those kind of things. If you sit at home and do essentially nothing, you start ruminating on things that are better left alone. And so going to work gives you not necessarily an outlet, but it keeps your mind engaged in doing something. If you are in a bad situation, you can see other people made it out too. They also had a bad situation and they got out, and they also had obstacles that might be the same or similar to yours, and they were able to overcome them, and maybe they share how they overcame it. And it's always nice to see other people have it bad too, and they got out of it, so I can do it too. I was so lucky that I had a good outcome due to also the service providers that I had and their knowledge. I think the original agreement with the occupational therapist was 4 to 6 hours, 3 times a week, with a break day in between. I remember the first day I wanted to show, no, I can do this, I feel good. I stayed 6 hours. After those 6 hours back at home, I slept for 4. I was just completely fatigued. So after that day, we dialed it back to only 5 hours, and then a little bit later, I think 3 months or something later, we decided, okay, now we can try and do it at 6 hours. And then we stage by stage increased it to multiple days, and then eventually to 8 hours. And half a year after my return to work, I was back to full time. So not being pushed to do more than I could, and also come back to work at a slow pace, was something that really, really helped. To employers who want to support TBI patients, I would say be understanding and supportive, and don't ask too much of them. Not because they don't want to, but rather because they literally physically cannot. In that regard, it was also really good that my supervisor was very communicative with my occupational therapist and was very happy to oblige with anything my occupational therapist suggested in terms of workload, in terms of work hours, and all those kind of things. So it was really, they played along, which helped me to recover very well.